go share this. Oh yeah, Cole's getting up close and personal right now. Cole, back up, buddy. Back up a little bit, my friend. All right. Oh yeah. Cole, can you say hi, Kara?
Hi, Kara.
Can you wave to Kara?
Say wave to Kara.
Here, have a seat, buddy. Hi guys. I'm just going to invite some people and share this. Can you say hi, Allie?
Allie.
Say hi, Allie.
Say hi, Allie.
Can you say hi, Jillian?
Say hi, Jillian.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
All right, let me just share this. All right, let me just share this. All right. Okay. Hi guys. Okay. Hi, Andrea. Can you say hi to Andrea?
Say
I
hi.
think it would be better if this was kind of leaning more this way. So I might have to hold it for us. Do you want to come sit on my lap?
No.
No? Okay, thanks. Love you too, buddy. So hi, everybody. My name's Hillary Minicucci. I am Cole's mom. This is Cole. What's your name? What's your name? Can you say it louder? What's your name?
Can you say loud?
What's your name?
Cole.
And how old are you?
9 years old.
Hey, have a seat, buddy. Say hi, Rachel.
Say hi, Rachel.
So yep, I'm Hillary. I'm Cole's mom. Cole is 9 years old, turning 10 in September. Cole was diagnosed with autism one day after his 4th birthday. Dino, yes. So yeah, I am here to answer any questions you might have about our journey with autism or just in general, day-to-day life, how life is going during the pandemic. So yeah, I'll just start talking a little bit. So, like I said, Cole was diagnosed with autism level 2 one day after his 4th birthday. He was pretty much hitting every milestone. Up to about 15 months, I'd say, was when the doctor first said, you know, how many words does he have? And I was like, not that many, mama, dada, turtle. Turtle was a big one. He had turtle. And, he said, look, we should monitor that a little bit. And by 18 months, he doesn't have more words. Let's look into some early intervention. So we waited a couple more months. And at 18 months, we went back in. And at that point, he really only had like 10 words. So that's when we started, putting in all the info to start early intervention. And I'll never forget early intervention. I just had my daughter, Quinn. She was 3.5, maybe 4 weeks old when early intervention came in to do their initial evaluation. And we thought, first we're only going to get a speech delay. And they came in, and I remember Quinn was just sitting in her swing, and they finished all their evaluations, and they're like, okay, so he definitely qualified in speech for receptive and expressive language. Oh, my husband's calling me. Well, come on, Joe. I'm live. I'll call you back. I want fillets. These are very important questions. All right, bye. He's out getting dinner. This is clearly very important questions. And I didn't want him to mess it up, so I knew he was getting dinner, so I had to answer that. So, he said they qualified for expressive and receptive language. And then they said he also has a cognitive delay. And that meant nothing to me. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really look into anything. I didn't know much about it. So then obviously they left, and I'm like, I go down the Google rabbit hole and I start Googling cognitive delay in boys, and everything comes up. It's like, and autism. I'm like, oh my God. And that was like the first time that my like stomach ever sank. And I think I definitely, I don't think, I know I was in denial for a while. But he'd also just gotten we took him to the doctor, and I told him all this, and we went in for a speech OT and OT eval for outside, for private therapies. And there he was diagnosed with sensory processing disorder. He then aged out of early intervention at 3 and went into the public school system. And he was put originally in an integrated classroom. And after 2 months, the teacher gave me a call and asked for a meeting, and thought, I think he would be better off in a more intensive program. And I was like, okay, obviously I want what's best for my son. So during that year, he was also diagnosed then with speech apraxia. So we have like sensory processing disorder, childhood apraxia of speech. So clearly I'm like, it's definitely not autism. It's these other things. But after a year of intensive pre-K, and he's a September baby, so he actually, he's September 9th, so school started September 6th. He got a full 3 years of preschool. I was talking to his amazing teacher, and I said, I'm just not seeing the progress I thought I would after a year. I think I need to get him evaluated for autism. But everywhere here in Massachusetts, it's like a 6 to 9 month wait. And I didn't want to wait 6 to 9 months. So I went, obviously, the Laurie Center, Boston Children's, all the big hospitals, and was on the wait list there. And she told me about a smaller company that does the evaluations here in Massachusetts. They had a 4-week wait. So we got in 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. We did all the testing, and then 3 weeks after that, we met again, and it was one day after his first birthday, and that's when we got the autism level 2 diagnosis. And I'll never forget, because my husband and I, at that point, we knew it. We just knew. We knew it. We had already had our own pity party for ourselves, and pity parties, let me tell you, they don't do anything. We all deserve them. We all get them, but they were not productive. They didn't do anything. So we already had our moments. So when we went in, she's like, yeah, your son has autism level 2. And we're like, okay. Okay. And she kind of like, she's like, oh, did you hear what he's got autism. Do you have any questions? And I swear she was like pushing the box of tissues toward us. And we're like, no, what's the next steps? Like, what do we do to get him services now to, front load these services, because they're going to yield the best results in the long run. So that's, where our journey began. And he had a wonderful experience with with preschool. In fact, our teacher was so phenomenal. After he graduated, she had reached out to me, and I will never forget, once in a while, you always find that unicorn child that you just want to continue to work with, and Cole's that child, and would you be okay with me doing home services with him? And I was like, absolutely. You've been with him for 3 years. You're part of the family. We'd love to have you. So she's been with Cole. He's going to be 10 since he was 3. So for 7 years, he's had her as preschool teacher, now ABA therapist, and his other home therapist was actually a para in his classroom. So we, these people that are in your home right now, 20 hours a week with the pandemic that's going on, we upped it, really do become family. So, great teachers. I mean, they're amazing. Unfortunately, kindergarten and first grade, we were not as lucky. And there were issues, and lots of them. But, I gathered my own data, and after gathering data for 2 years against that school, I was able to prove that they were not providing him with the education that he needed. And May of 2018, he's been there for 2 years now. May of 2018, actually it was I'm rewinding. It was Valentine's Day that we had our IEP meeting where they agreed to place him out of district. And then he started at an amazing school called Neshoba Learning Group in Massachusetts. They specialize kids on the spectrum. We went and toured a bunch of schools, and we were really down between two, but I just knew in my heart that was the right spot for him. So he's been there for 2 years now, and during the school days, school week, he receives about 40 hours of ABA at school, and then an additional 12 hours of home services. And, you know, since the whole COVID pandemic hit, clearly there's no school right now, but he's getting a Zoom with his teachers every day, and he Zooms for about half an hour with them, just maintaining his skills. But the public school district that we're part of actually agreed to up his home services to, hi Jamie, to 20 hours a week until he goes back to school, which, fingers crossed, is going to be July 1st. And I'm feeling really good about it because unlike a public school, it's a private school. There's only 3 kids in his class and 3 therapists. So there's only 6 people in a classroom at any time. So I'm hoping that we will be able to go back to school in 3.5, 4 weeks. So we shall see. So I'm going to open up to questions. If anybody has any questions right now, I'm here to answer them. So I know there can be delays in typing and it actually popping up on the screen. If you have questions for me or you have questions for Cole, why don't you come back over here, bud? He wants to go play Sonic the Hedgehog. He was playing Sonic.
Dinner.
It's not time for dinner. You just had lunch. Have a seat, dude. So, yeah, he was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. He's actually starting to get really into video games, which is kind of fun. Because it's one thing that, you know, he can do other than just going on YouTube Kids or whatnot. And he's really good at those video games. So, I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about, or just come on and introduce ourselves and say hi, and you guys get to know our little family over here. Cole's a big brother to his sister Quinn and his little brother Chase. He's an awesome big brother. But like I said, what are his favorite things to do? Cole, what are your favorite things to do? Do you want to go on the scooter? Scooter. Do you like to play basketball?
No.
Yes, you do. Yes, so he does actually love basketball. So yeah. Can you say hi, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Do you want to go play basketball?
No.
No? Do you want to go play with Xander?
No.
Do you want to go swimming?
No.
Can I throw you in the pool?
Throw in the pool.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. Yeah, he loves to swim too. Surfing. He likes to surf. So those are some of his favorite things. Our neighbor's just got a zip line, and he loves going on the zip line.
Time for dinner.
What's his favorite subject to learn about? Well, right now he's learning about telling time. So which, you know, nobody reads an analog clock anymore, so it's digital clearly, and learning about money and the value of money. So he's able to recognize all the coins and all the bills and the monetary value behind that. It's not time for dinner. It's not time for dinner. It's time for lunch. You already ate lunch. You had pizza.
It's time for lunch.
His therapy dog does not go to school with him. No. They actually don't allow dogs. Not all kids love dogs, and even though Indy is hypoallergenic, you know, it's just they're not allowed. Cool. What's your favorite TV show? Ooh, watch your fingers, buddy. Well, PJ Masks, Charlie Brown. He's back into Blue's Clues again. He could watch the Charlie Browns. Do you want to go back inside?
Inside.
You can go inside if you want, but you got to say bye to everybody.
Dinner.
Do you want a snack?
Snack.
What do you want, Oreo?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay, say bye, everybody.
Say bye, everyone.
Say bye, everyone. Love you. thanks for watching.
Say thank you. Say thank you watching.
Thanks for watching. So he loves PJ Masks, all the Charlie Browns. Like, we'll watch Charlie Brown Christmas in July. He's into Blue's Clues again. He kind of goes through waves with shows. He's back into Yo Gabba Gabba. What else does he really like? Those are some of his favorites. And then, like, his movies, his favorite movies, he can watch all 4 Toy Stories back to back. He can watch Wreck-It Ralph a million times over again. He's still hanging out over here. He's getting on a scooter. He wants to go for a scooter ride. So Wreck-It Ralph, Moana, Toy Stories, those are some of his favorite movies. What advice would it give to a family who has just recently gotten an autism diagnosis? Oh gosh, the best advice that I can give you, that's been most beneficial for me is, of course, you are your child's biggest advocate. You are your child's biggest voice. Don't be afraid to challenge people to make sure that your child's getting every single service he deserves and he or she needs. I just say he because I have a boy. Don't be afraid to have those difficult and challenging conversations, because in the long run, it's going to be the best for your child. I've made a lot of people angry in the past. It's okay. I've been known to be a difficult mom. That's okay, because I'm not here to make friends with staff when it comes to my son. And that's kind of why I was able to get him placed out of district, because I was taking notes on things that weren't happening. So make sure you're pushing, ask the difficult questions, challenge people, challenge providers. If you want something, ask for it. Ask for a meeting. So that's the best advice I would give right now for a recent autism diagnosis. And there's a lot of us out there. It can be a very hard and very hard thing to take for the family. When you're pregnant, you find out, and I have no sense of like surprise. I have to know everything. So we found out the sex of all our children. At least for me, you start dreaming about the life that they're going to have. And then when you do get that diagnosis, don't consider your dreams shattered. They're just different. That's all. So they're just different dreams now, and that's okay. What kind of dog is it? He is a Bernedoodle. So he is Bernese Mountain Dog and Poodle. He's such a dope. I love him. He's a dopey dog, and he's so totally different with Cole than he is with the other 2 kids. When Cole's doing his home services, so we named him Independence. Multiple reasons. His birthday is 4th of July, so it was very fitting. And our goal for Cole is 100% independence. So I thought it was a good fitting name, and we call him Indy for short. Cole, do you love Indy? He paused a minute, but said loved Indy. So Indy will lay outside of his bedroom door when he's doing his services, and when he goes to wake him up in the morning, he jumps on his bed and just lays at his feet. He's so different and such a good boy with Cole. What do you think has been your biggest hurdle as an autism mom? That's a good question, Amy. My biggest hurdle so far, I think, was getting to school. I jumped that hurdle. It was, fighting the school to get him placed out of district. And I think the biggest hurdle is it's sad to say, but you do lose friends. Because sometimes people just don't get it. It can feel like a very lonely place for some people. I am so blessed to have really only one person just kind of really distanced herself after, her son excelled and Cole didn't, but whatever, it is what it is. I've got an amazing network of amazing friends, and I'm truly blessed. And so is Cole. He's got 2 really good friends. I consider his best friends, and they have very special relationships with him. And Cole did basketball program for children with special needs, and they modeled as peer models and volunteered their time, which was really awesome. So, and Jillian, how did I explain it to Cole's siblings? So Quinn and Cole are only 20 months apart, and she doesn't know any different. There's always been somebody in the house because we always had intervention, and then we had home services, and just like, I think it's just, I just explain it as we go. Well, why does Cole do this? Well, it's because he has autism and he needs that. Like, why is Cole pressing his chin? Well, he likes the feeling of pressing his chin against something because it's, for sensory wise, it just makes his body feel good. And she'll be like, oh, is it because he has autism? I'm like, yes. And even me, when I get frustrated sometimes, she puts me in check and she'll be like, Mom, Cole can't help it. He has autism. I'm like, oh, okay, you're right. Like, like it's like when he's having a bad day and I'm having a bad day and things just aren't going our way. She sometimes puts me in check. But I honestly, Jillian, I don't think I've explained it to them as we go, and just growing up, she sees it firsthand, and she's such an old soul that and then Chase, we talk about it because his therapist will come and be like, oh, are you going to work with Coley? Which is really sweet. And, we just talk about it that, Cole has different struggles, and it does make him different, but he's your brother and he loves you, even though he might not always say it. And we're always explaining. I would just say we're always explaining autism to Chase and Quinn. So the study that Chase was in was wicked cool. So like, I'm like, all right, gung ho for science. Like, I am team science all the way. We found this study. Actually, another mom, Megan, in the documentary had posted about it. And what the study is out of Boston Children's Hospital. It's called the Infant Screening Project. So they are screening siblings of children on the spectrum for autism, and they do it with an EGG, and they do different, they probably do what the evaluations are for I forgot the actual testing that they do, but they did it at, let's see, when did we go in? So I think it was 1 year, 18 months, 2 years, and then 3 years. Now they expanded the study to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 18 months. So they added all those in. And so we brought Chase for all those appointments. And, we knew, after every appointment, there's no concerns. And the study is really amazing because they are diagnosing with 100% accuracy and severity ASD at 9 children, 9 months old right now. So that's opening a world of therapies that now they're going to be able to develop to start doing therapies with kids as young as 9 months old. So that was a really awesome study. So it's showing that they're pretty sure this is something that's starting in the brain, in utero, and not other outside factors. Just saying. Any other questions? Anything else you'd like to know about? And I'll post a picture. As you can see, I'm wearing my Chicago Marathon shirt that Cole's preschool teacher made for me. And because he was in the chimney, in room 10, and Team Cole. And then on the back, it has all the kids that were in his class at his new school, and then at his old school that were in that class too. So I have that, but I run marathons. I was supposed to run Boston Marathon that just got turned into a virtual marathon. That should be fun. And every marathon I run, I put in, I carry with me the names of children on the spectrum. So I always put the people we are closest to first, and then I open it up to Facebook. If you, every step I do, I'm doing this for them. And it's because I run because 26.2 miles is nothing compared to the struggles that these kids go through every day, and they are so amazing, and I want to carry them with me. So I always open up to Facebook saying, if there's anybody's name you want me to add to this, please let me know. And I always add it. And yeah. Do you have to deal with a lot of ignorance if Cole is escalated in public, and how do you deal with that? So Cole's not a very behavioral child, so I don't think we've ever had a meltdown. Like, we don't even really have meltdowns here, much less one in public. The only, I've gotten some looks like when he's scripting or whatnot, or he, here's a good one. Actually, when we were in Disney last year, we were staying off property, and I don't know, I cop attitude and I give it back right away. But Cole was on the resort we were staying at, the property we were staying at. It wasn't Disney property, it was off property. Had 2 water slides, and Cole loves water slides. And the lifeguard at the end of the pool knew him by name, like, hey, Cole, how you doing? Like, Cole, swim over this way. Like, he was super cool with them, this little dude. And Cole got in front of somebody, and the woman was like throwing a fit. And my friend was there, and she said, to her husband, I think that boy is dropped the R word, which is an extremely disgusting and offensive word. And, my friend came over and told me. And then the husband walked over and he's like, your son just called my wife. He said, I don't even want to say the word, the R word. You are the R word. And I'm like, oh, did he? So what I do with ignorance is I just make them feel like the tiniest pieces of crap and throw it back at them, because that's how they're making my kid feel. I know, I'm petty. I don't care. So I just kind of threw it back at him. I'm like, oh, really? He called your wife that word? I'm like, we don't use that word in my house. I go, my son has autism. He is autistic. I assure you, he didn't call your wife the R word. And I said a lot more than that, but I definitely made him feel like a little person, like really little cold-hearted. And there was another thing. Oh, like, he was making some noises, and a woman was like, oh, well, he's making a lot of noises. I'm like, yeah, autism will do that to you. Like, I just throw it back at them and just, make them feel like terrible people. But I'm petty. I can't. That's just me. I wouldn't suggest that for everybody, but that's just how I handle it. That's me. Exactly, Julian. I get a little mama bear. I get really mama bear. So that's how I handle, the ignorance is, yeah, with, not that I'm condoning pettiness, but educating them in a manner with a little bit of attitude, I guess. So these are awesome questions, by the way. Great questions, Jillian. These are awesome. And like I said, you guys, I'm an open book. There is nothing that you could ask me that nothing will offend me. This will not hurt me. I'm here to educate you guys and introduce you to my family, and we're just like you guys. We're just a little bit more special. So any questions you have, seriously, please do not hesitate to ask. And if you're watching this on the replay, I will come back and answer any questions that I see pop up in the comments. So if anyone has any other questions, let me see. I've got it working on my Facebook page, so I want to just see if there's any questions. Nope. Oh, okay. So I'm not seeing that there are any questions. But again, I am probably going to sign off soon if there aren't any more questions. Unless, Rachel, there's something else you'd like me to talk about, I'm happy to discuss. So I'll give it another minute. Because like I said, I know sometimes when you type and hit send, the questions there's a delay and it doesn't pop up right away. surprisingly well. How have the last few months been? I was like, we're screwed when this started. The part of the reason why we had Cole placed out of district was to be in a school that's year round, so he didn't have those long breaks. Even like a 2 or 3 week break was like, oh, we could feel it by the end. It was just, we were ready for him to go back. He would get a little bit more stimmy. Like right now, I actually said to his ABA providers this week, I'm like, I think Cole's finally had it. He's hit his point, because normally in a situation like this, even with the 3 weeks off, we'd see some regressions. So like, it's like you take you take 3 steps forward, and then you have a break, and you take 4 steps back, and then you take another 3. So it's like a slow crawl. If anything, Cole is progressed. I don't know how. Like, I mean, I do know how, because he's awesome. It's just, I was not expecting that. He has progressed. He's trying new foods. I think last Friday alone, he tried 3 new foods. He ate everything bagel, chocolate chip muffin, and it was the weekend before. It was Memorial Day weekend, and we did Camp COVID. We were camping in the yard, because we were supposed to go camping, so we were camping in the yard, and we made s'mores at the fire pit. I'm like, here, Cole. And he took the s'more, and he ate the whole thing. Didn't you? Yeah, you did. You did, you cute pot. Do you want another s'more? Some more?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome. Do you want some Oreos, too?
Oreos.
Pound?
Listen.
So he, he's eating cheeseburgers like it's no issue. Before, his like jam was like a McDonald's cheeseburger without like any of the toppings. You know what I mean? Like without the pickles and the onion and the ketchup and mustard. He tried 3 new foods in one day, and he's eating clementines, strawberries, like stuff that I never thought he would eat. And he like lived off mac and cheese and pizza, and now he's eating burgers and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So food-wise, he's been doing awesome. And during this whole pandemic, we live in a really cute little neighborhood that's got it's like 2 little circles, 2 little blocks, I'd say. And a McDonald's burger with no burger in it. Oh, that's so cute. And s'mores are the best. Of course, Jillian, I'm so happy to share. I really am. Open book over here. A big moment for Cole and me as a mom was he loves his scooter rides, and he knows the block. I mean, we walk it all the time, but his buddy who lives across the street, I said, hey, do you want to take Cole for a ride around the block, just you 2? And they went together. They went around the whole block together, and so he's started taking independent rides on his scooter with his friends and his sister. So that is really awesome, huge thing that's happened too. So luckily, like I said, I think finally after 3.5, almost 4 months, he's hit the point where he's like, okay, I'm starting to get bored here at home. I'm ready to get back on a normal schedule, but aren't we all? Like, crazy thing, the one who this has hit the hardest is actually my daughter. She's been the one that struggled the most with the whole few months in schools closing and whatnot. So yes. Any other questions? Any questions for Cole? Cole, you want to come answer some questions?
No.
Please?
No.
Fine. Nope. He used to be way more polite, would say no thank you. That's awesome. I feel like I could talk to you all day. Thank you for sharing. Anytime, Taylor, seriously. And for any of you moms out there that are just recently going through a diagnosis or have gone through a diagnosis and you're feeling alone, you're not alone. Or if you feel like, you might see some red flags and you need somebody to talk to, or you have any questions that you might not want to answer here, slide into my DMs and I am happy to answer anything for you. We are in Massachusetts, so we are East Coast over here. We are right on the New Hampshire border. Sorry, I'm filling up your tank now. Thank you, Jonathan. See, my husband, like I said at the beginning, he's out getting dinner, so he keeps buying what's our dinner for tonight. So he keeps texting me updates. So yeah, we are about 90 minutes south of the White Mountains in New Hampshire and 20 minutes from the beach. It's awesome. Get the best of both worlds out here. So, and if there aren't any other questions, I'm gonna jump off. And if I see more questions pop up in the comments, I will answer them. And again, please feel free to message me anytime. I frequently check my other folders in case it goes to that folder and it doesn't go directly to me. And it's just been such a pleasure to introduce ourselves and to work with Rachel on this documentary and, sharing our story. It's awesome. The more people that love Cole and our kiddos, the better. They're pretty awesome. So I am so excited for this to come out and episodes to start releasing so you guys can get to know all of us. So with that being said, happy Friday, and I hope you guys all have an awesome weekend. And like I said, any other questions, drop them here in the comments, and I'm happy to answer them. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.